I don't always like to eat glass light bulbs, but when I do it on Scam School. Stay luminescent, my friends. I'm Brushwood, and this week, we're gonna do something dumb. And I mean really dumb. I mean like dangerous, might kill you, totally stupid, don't try this at home dumb. There's a lot of times that we say, don't try this at home, and then give you the little wink. I'm telling you to your face, don't try this at home. And there's no wink, because we are gonna eat glass. My eyes have dried out because I'm not blinking. Did you notice that? That's hard to do. Gentlemen, Stu, Anthony.
Hello, sir.
I like the fact that I addressed three of you. Gentlemen, Stu, and Anthony.
Yes, all of us are gathered.
There's a reason that we got two friendlies who have been on the show before, because you're about to see, and these guys, not the folks at home, are gonna try something extraordinarily stupid. A lot of the times on Scam School, we want to teach you stuff. We encourage you to try it at home. This is gonna be like the fire eating episodes.
Yeah. You only bring me in for things that are potentially deadly. And I'm just catching on to this.
You keep saying yes. So here, for years, I've been doing a bunch of weird stunts in my stage show. And I'm gonna give full disclosure, because as far as I know, I haven't found any tutorial on the internet that actually explains how people who eat glass light bulbs, those guys are very upset about it. See, yes, it's going to happen, gentlemen. We're gonna learn how to eat light bulbs.
Fans. Easy light bulb
They're
fans.
big on light bulbs here in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, eating glass light bulbs has been a staple of the American sideshow for a long time. A lot of people think it's a trick. They think there's no possible way. They make up idiot things like it's candy light bulbs. There's no such thing as candy light bulb. It's even if you were to prove it by twisting it in and show it lighting up and all that stuff, people still just want to believe. You know what? If you want to believe it's a trick, screw you. It's a trick. Whatever. In fact, it's probably better if you think it's a trick.
I wish I could believe it was a trick.
I'm believing it's a trick.
I want it to be a trick. I want it to be a trick.
Couple things to note. And first of all, again, flatly, let me state that I don't encourage anybody to try this.
Except for us.
Well, except for these guys. Because they're learning under a professional, right? First of all, most of the compact fluorescents, they all include terrible chemicals that are deadly for you or whatever. Incandescent bulbs, though, you can get them totally clear, and they're nothing but pure glass and a filament in there, a tungsten filament. The ones that are incandescent nowadays, it wasn't always this way, but many of them have either the frosting on the inside is either like synthetic silica, which is like a powder, which you shouldn't inhale because you can get silica poisoning in the lungs, or it's, I believe it's pronounced kaolin. I'm sure we'll see some picture of it right there, but it's like a clay that's put inside there. The reason I know that the insides aren't toxic is because I learned from a manuscript written in the 1960s that explains all the techniques that I'm about to share with you guys.
Okay.
And then I tried it and it worked, and I couldn't believe it. The last sentence, then I went back and read the last sentence that said, oh, by the way, if you get a bulb that's frosted, you shouldn't use it because that's deadly poison inside. And so I'm like, what? And so I grabbed the phone. This is before the internet. I call Poison Control. The guy's like, Poison Control, what can I do for you? And I say, hey,
funny story.
Light bulbs, that frosting on the inside, is that? And he's like, oh. He's like, no, that's not poisonous. And then there's this awkward pause, and he says, why? And I was like, well, I'm doing a stunt where I eat light bulbs. Another awkward pause followed by, well, be careful. And then they hung up.
Because I'm just poison control.
Exactly.
Any other dangerous thing you do, I have no jurisdiction.
I'm not idiot control.
Yeah.
There's a limit to my jurisdiction. So here, let me show it to you, and then I'm gonna explain to you guys the technique I use. And again,
Okay.
Nobody do this at home. Now you can, there are awesome people like Todd Robbins, my hero, who was able to reach in and bite down and burst it right there in his mouth. I wanna do that because we'll get glass all over these fine people's bars. So instead, and again, if you wanna decide this is a magic trick, all the better. Just decide that this is the moment of magic. We're just gonna give a little bit of what's is going on right there. All right, we'll grab this.
That is the sound that just happened.
Do you like this? We'll grab this big old juicy guy right there. You like that?
No. No, I do not, Brian Brushwood.
The bar just got deadly quiet.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Why do I hang out with you? Why do I hang out with you?
It's the sound.
It's
the worst part.
The sound is what's doing it. Oh. Oh. You remember when he was like, do you want to learn how to eat light bulbs? We're like, yeah, turf.
We should call it eat control.
You're a son of a bitch. You are a son of a bitch.
What?
Whoa. I like that the bar, nobody in the bar applauded, they're just less silent now. They were just waiting for you to die, and if you didn't, they're like, all right, back to daily life. Let the crazy be over at the crazy section, and we're just gonna go back to the game.
All right, are you ready to learn this?
No!
Yeah, so let's thank our sponsors. All right, first of all,
Yes.
again, this is for you, not for you guys. The whole thing this thing is based on is how brittle the glass is and how if you're very careful with your chomping motion, remember glass works in a slicing motion. If I were to take this piece of glass and slice it down, you
Yes.
could cut a carotid artery and all that kind of crap, right? But at this moment, it's very sharp, but it gets less sharp the more you crunch it. Keep in mind, the beach, all that sand, that is broken glass. All sand is just glass that's been broken enough that it's rounded up into sand.
That's
so
very
the goal is for you to transform this sharpened glass into sand inside your
Very
mouth.
zen. Very zen.
All right, let me to help you out though. Let me give you an idea. We're gonna take we'll take this piece right here. So again, what'll happen is you're gonna put with your teeth, you're gonna crunch straight down, and then you'll notice like already all these pieces have been broken up a bunch, and you're gonna crunch down. You're gonna crunch down.
When do you stop crunching though? How do you know when to stop crunching?
You will actually feel the pieces getting smaller and smaller and smaller until finally it does start to feel like sand.
Is that small enough to swallow? What is small enough to swallow?
To be honest, you'll feel it, but I'll explain that in a second. Are you ready?
Okay, yeah.
And you're gonna keep on grinding it straight down. Now here's the thing, it's not like you're chewing a cud because that's gonna have it doing side to side. You want no side to side. Everything's just gotta be like Pac-Man, like chomp, chomp, chomp. All right?
Waka, waka.
Exactly. And you're gonna discover some of it's gonna get into your gums or whatever. Whatever you do, don't sweep your tongue around because again, slice, slice, slice. Any kind of motion. Just kind of, you're gonna push it in a position slowly, like you're rolling it. And I wish I could describe it any better than this. You will intuitively understand. Just remember, don't swipe across the glass. Keep chomping until it's all sand. There's a couple of things. If you do cut your mouth, you may bleed a little bit. I've only cut my mouth once in like 20 years of doing this. And that was a case where I was dumb and I was like, oh, it's stuck over here. And I swiped and it's embarrassing to bleed on stage.
Yeah.
So it should feel very intuitive.
It's embarrassing.
All right, so here, we're gonna start one of you off with a baby piece.
Yeah.
And again, what you wanna do is imagine this is your molar. You're gonna put it in your molar
Yeah.
and just kind of crunch straight down on it and just keep crunching. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Here we go. It will feel like hard tortilla
Like all
chips.
the way back, right?
Yeah, there you go. So your molars are on it, and then bite straight down. Straight down.
It's like vertical.
Like your pinch, is it?
It's kind of like vertical in my cheek.
Is it? It shouldn't be. All right,
yeah.
you're using your tongue to manipulate it. You might not want to do that.
All right.
All right, you got it?
No, it's vertical in my cheek.
All right, well then reach in and pull it out.
All right.
Don't drag it though. There you go.
Okay.
So lay it horizontal.
On the bright side, it's not frosted anymore.
That's true.
All right.
So and in fact, you can even hold it when you bite down at first. Do it again. Do you feel it? Now you can tell already which pieces are broken down into sand, which pieces still need to be broken. Mm-hmm. Keep on going. Yes, and it's amazing because you can actually feel and hear that sound. People are freaking out back here. This is amazing.
There are like pieces that are on my tongue. How do I get them more towards the side?
That's just try gently kick them over. You can manipulate the glass, but again, just treat the glass with your tongue the way you would with your fingers. You don't go and slide it all around.
Gotcha.
Are you feeling it though?
I just want to be very thorough, Brian.
That's fine. And in fact, that's the way you should be. Weirdly, the more you chew it, the safer it becomes because you're pulverizing it into glass. Okay, now, when it comes to the technique to swallow, again, you don't want the glass sliding on you anywhere, right? So what you do is you take a mouthful of liquid, you'll swish it around, and as long as everything's turbulent in motion with you swishing around, it's all kind of floating all around, and then it'll kind of settle, and you can swish it, it'll float and then settle. While it's floating, you want to tilt your head back and swallow all at once. And you're going to repeat that a couple of times, so you should have it all. So again, swish it all around. There you go, there you go. Lean straight back.
Okay.
And?
I swallowed most of that glass just then.
All right, so do it one more time.
All right. No. Wow. Okay.
You just ate MFing glass, son.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
And now you're popular.
Wow.
I wish I could be as cool as you, man.
Well, you
You're
can,
gonna be
Stu.
in like 5 seconds.
If only. All right, here we go. Stu, you want a big piece or a small piece?
Medium?
Yeah, here, I'll break this one. Here, I'll just.
Like not a super size.
Like that? Like that?
Like not a
That's
family.
bigger than Carboni's piece.
Got that, dude. All right.
You got it?
I believe in you, dude.
That makes one of us.
It's entirely psychosomatic that it feels like I just swallowed a glass, right? Like it's not like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 'Cause
Well,
maybe-
what'll happen, and first of all, you should eat a lot of food because then the glass will mush in there. And keep in mind, when the glass goes down and it hits the side, it's going to roll down as long as it's suspended in a liquid or in a mush or something like that.
Okay.
It's like the situation in which this will cut is a very specific slashing kind of situation, which you're not going to do.
Cool.
Right.
Yeah, don't do that.
Right. Just bite off a piece.
Yeah, put it in there and bite down. All right, here we go. You in close? Bite down. Yeah! Keep biting. Yes! Yes! Oh, Stu! It's amazing!
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
My dentist is not gonna be happy.
Yeah, I forgot to mention, this does not good things to your teeth. In fact, if you have sealants on your teeth, those invisible sealants that they paint on there to protect your teeth, this very likely will strip them off, which again is why nobody should be doing this at home. If you have a filling, very likely is going to rip it out.
Great. I'll show you the bill.
So you're not even bothered now. You got it down. Remember the swallow technique. Keep it swishing around. And straight back and down. And remember, move slowly. You don't want your tongue to drag across. Did you do it?
I did it.
Let's give it up for this man! Well done, Stu! Ready, 1, 2, 3.
Delicious.
Now again, let me be completely clear. These are not instructions for you to try this at home. I'm explaining to you the way I have performed this feat for over 20 years. But meanwhile, if you have any questions, hit me